You're listening to 30 Pounds Down, where losing weight is simplified with healthy habits and your God-given gifts and passion to build a healthy body and lifestyle. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. So if you want to know how to give your body the nutrition it needs to fuel your dreams and to function at its best, you're in the right place. I'm Glenda Hill, a Christian wife and nurse turned holistic nutritionist. I offer you resources and biblical insights to help you lose weight without the fear of regaining the weight back. I share strategies that work and are aligned with God's plan to prosper you in health and life. All right, let's go to the show. Welcome, friend. Today we're talking about Daniel diet and King Solomon's table for weight loss. Both of these great men had excellent results with their food choices, and I want to share with you 3 principles from their experience that helps us to stay lean, strong, and healthy in these modern days. You may remember the story of the Queen of Sheba. She visited King Solomon to prove him with hard questions. She was beautiful, and she was a genius in her own right. Well, when the Queen of Sheba saw the food that was on King Solomon's table, it took her breath away. Literally, no breath was found in her. She proved the king to be wise beyond her imagination, and she took back to her kingdom a few tips and tricks for physical health, for healing, and for natural beauty. And I mean, without all the cosmetics, Solomon taught her how to have natural beauty. Well, she was already beautiful, right? So in this episode, you will discover 3 principles from the wise king to stay lean, to stay strong, and to stay healthy. So the first principle is Solomon's choice of foods that amazed the Queen of Sheba and took her breath away. Solomon had a pure and simplified diet, much like that of Daniel in the Bible. The book of Daniel, chapter 1, verse 12 through 15, talks about Daniel requesting a certain diet, a simple diet of pulse and water. So you may be asking now, what foods did the king have on his table? Well, foods like nuts and pomegranates and fruits of the vine, and you know there's like hundreds of those, are great sources of antioxidants. He had raisins and apples of all kinds of varieties, and they are antidotes for sickness. And a very key thing that people don't realize about apples is that they destroy those molecular elements in the body that cause premature aging. So it's good to have an apple every day. Now, if you want to lose weight and to turn back the clock on aging, eat the food that King Solomon had on his table. So it wasn't just fruits and vegetables. Here is the second principle. The changing seasons gave King Solomon a variety of gardens. He had gardens all over his kingdom with foods in their seasons to supply balanced nutrition year round. So the principle here is variety. Eat foods in seasons. Eat them as they are ripe in their season. And by following a seasonal food plan, we will not develop allergies to foods. So often people get allergies to foods because they eat the foods all the time. And your body doesn't like that. It likes variety. So in 1 Kings 4, chapter 7, it says that, and Solomon had 12 officers over all of his kingdom of Israel, which provided food for the king and his household. So think about this. Every month he had a cook from different areas of Israel. See, imagine getting food from the mountain regions, getting food from the valleys and the forests and the coastline. So he was getting foods from different areas of the kingdom. And what's the lesson for us? It's variety. Variety is an important principle of healthy eating. And it's really going to speed up your weight loss because you are giving your body the variety it needs to always be sparked, always be honed in and dialed in to boosting that metabolism. It loves variety. So I hope you're getting this. When we eat the same food all the time, we get malnourished. We feel weak, and then we blame eating plant-based. But it's not that plant-based is the problem. We need to adopt King Solomon's eating system. The variety of foods on his table, month after month, year after year, was the secret to his health and natural beauty. My friend, cooking at home is well worth the time and the effort. I am an experienced home cook, and I love, love, love it. I love it. Now think of ethnic foods and the different spices and herbs and fruits and vegetables that make those meals. So rather than eating convenient foods and prepackaged, which are lifeless, add variety to your meals and your life. You want to have variety in your meals. And for me, as a home cook, I discovered cooking ethnic foods using ethnic recipes. I was able to never be bored as a vegan. So I often say, and I post on social media, that I am a never bored vegan. And so that's why. It's because I add variety to my meals. Okay, so principle number 3. Just as Daniel's 10-day test proved him and his companions to be superior in performance mentally and physically, Solomon's eating system proved to be full of wisdom. Queen of Sheba was amazed at the education on cooking, healing methods, and herbal remedies that the servants of the king had. You see, ancient Israel was known as a place of healing. Physicians of Israel were known throughout the world at that time because of the wisdom of Solomon. And I encourage you to be a lifelong learner of how to take care of your body. You will lose weight, but to keep the weight off, you need to know how to eat and drink and do all to the glory of God. So we can be a part of the kingdom that's far greater than Solomon's kingdom. So let me review real quickly here. The first principle is, what did King Solomon have on his table, right? He had fruits and vegetables, nuts, grains, seeds, all these things. Number 2 principle, he had a variety of things from all over his kingdom. Foods, every month he had someone come in from wherever they were located, brought that food in, and that's what he prepared for him and his whole household. And then principle number 3, how education, learning how to use foods, herbs, oils, food as medicine is going to really enhance your ability to keep the weight off, because you're going to lose the weight. That's no question. It's keeping the weight off that people really, really, really struggle with. And so I want you to know, to be a lifelong learner is so very important to keep the weight off. And I hope that these principles are going to take root in your heart and you're going to apply it to your life. Thank you for listening to 30 Pounds Down. This is Christian Weight Loss, and I'm Glenda Hill. I want you to subscribe and tune in each week, and also to share this episode with a friend, someone you believe will be blessed by hearing what I have shared with you today. All right, peace to you and have a great day.